Today we will discuss about the poem The Road Not Taken written by Robert Frost. This poem is a famous poem which tells us about making choices in our life. The poet has explained the experience of people how they get confused while making decisions in their life. He also tells that those choices we make or select finally affect our life, and our life becomes what we decide to do. Now, let's have a stanza wise explanation. In the first stanza, we come to know that it was the autumn season. He was traveling in a wood and he wanted to go on a road, but he saw two roads diverged in different directions. Obviously, he could not travel both at a moment. The dry leaves were fallen on both the roads. Finally, he looked at one of the road as far as he could see. After some distance, the road seemed disappearing under the bushes. Indirectly, here the poet is telling us how we humans get confused to select one career in our life, that we keep thinking for hours, for years, because we don't know which one would be better, and finally we take one. In the second stanza, the poet took decision and stepped on one road. He thought that this road was untrodden. No one had walked on yet. It was still grassy, but again he compares the another road and says that road also seemed the same as the road he had selected. Indirectly, he conveys a message that once we select one career choice in our life and we move on, we get a bit doubt in our mind and we start comparing the previous choice, that choice which you left was also the same as the present choice you have now. Now let's see the third stanza. In this stanza, the poet tells us about his decision. He left the first road for another day to walk on, and he walked on the second road. He expresses his feelings that he was having doubt that he could move on the first road when he would return. Indirectly, he tells us that we people have always career choices for our life, and obviously we select one, but while this selection we will have doubt that if I had selected that career it would have been better, or sometimes we think later on, I will select that career first, I will go with my choice, then I will think for the next. Now let's see the fourth stanza. In this stanza, the poet is expressing the grief that he will be telling that he opted second road which was less traveled, and that selection made a vast difference in his life. But again he says also that the second road and that first road was also the same. Indirectly he is confused, and this is the truth of the life, that we get confused many a time. He means to say that our life is full of choices. Once in our life, when we select any one of the choice, that choice make a big difference in our life. For example, if I select one out of the two options, engineering and medical, that is engineering, and by chance I could not get a big success, I will be telling if I had selected medical field, today I would have become famous and wealthy person. At least I had choice of engineering, which was wrong, but it is too late to change this profession. Till then you start living this choice, but still you go with your repentance from time to time for your wrong selection. Now we can discuss the literary devices used in this poem. This poem is of traditional rhyme. The rhyme scheme is A B A B. And here in this poem, the two roads are symbolizing life's choices. We can discuss the next is metaphor. Road is the metaphor of life. Fork on the road is metaphor of choices. Yellow woods are metaphor of making decision during hard times in a person's life. Number next, imagery. Poet uses some images to make the reader sense and feel us, the leaves, the yellow woods, and the forks in the road. Now we are moving to the next, that is simile. As, just as, fair. So as word has been used here. We know simile is like and as. Number next is assonance. Assonance is the repetition of vowel sound. Though, as, far, that, the, passing. So here a vowel sound has been repeated. That's why there is assonance. Number next we can see is consonance, and consonance is the repetition of consonant sound. So we will have d and t sound. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood. So d sound is here, roads diverged. Though, as, for, that, the, passing, there. So here t sound has been repeated. In this way, the literary devices and the explanation of the poem is complete.